Morning all. All right. News of the day video for all you fine people on the internet for your Saturday, December the 21st. And hockey's going to get started. It's going to be a full day today, full day tomorrow, but there'll be videos getting posted during. So we're starting things off today talking about Matt Rempe. And when I saw the hit last night, the board slash elbow on Miro Heiskanen, I knew A, it was going to be 5 minutes, and B, I knew that the Department of Player Safety was going to probably get involved, and they have. They have offered Rempe an in-person hearing. Leaves it open to more than 5 games. When they say somebody has a hearing, it's going to be 5 games or less, but when they say offered in-person hearing, the hammer could be coming down. So Rempe could be gone for 6 or more games. I'll just spitball and say 8, maybe 8 games. But this is an easy one for Department of Player Safety. So we'll see how many games they end up getting. It's not like it's not a star player. It's a guy who already has a reputation. People know he's reckless and a little dangerous out there. And so, yeah, at least Heiskanen did return to the game last night. So I don't know if that's going to mitigate things. I would think probably not, or else he wouldn't be getting offered in-person hearing. Also, being offered in-person hearing means in-person hearing gives you an opportunity to face-to-face just explain to them in person what happened and all that fun stuff and your view on it and try to defend yourself. So let me know your thoughts. How many games do you think Rempe gets? All right, Craig Berube revealed yesterday that Matthews is still playing through something. And Matthews hasn't seemed quite like himself, even though he is producing relatively well compared to most players. But you can tell something seems a little bit off, and so hearing that he's playing through something doesn't really surprise me. There are a lot of players that do, to varying degrees, and we've had that debate before about whether or not you're helping a team once it gets to a certain point or not. But Matthews is being productive, so he is definitely helping the team at this point. The Montreal Canadiens have apparently had no extension talks with Savard, which is not a huge surprise. The expectation has been, I think, that we'll see him get moved at the trade deadline as a rental. Savard is a veteran defensive defenseman. Those are always popular at the trade deadline. And Montreal, with the depth they have on the blue line, I think they'd be able to make that move, and they should be fine. So, yeah, we'll see where Savard ends up going, but I'm not surprised that there hasn't been any extension talks between the team and the player. Patrick Laine now has 7 power play goals in 8 games. And to me, it kind of reveals why plus minus is... It's an interesting stat. Because he's also a -6. Because those 7 power play goals don't count towards your plus minus. So for people who want to talk about his defensive game, they'll point to the plus minus. The reality is it doesn't include all the power play goals. It's a whole debate for another time too, I guess. But yeah, Laine's been playing pretty well offensively, and on the power play, he's kind of become automatic, which is awesome for Montreal and for their fans, of course. And it feels like it started to translate to a win here and there. And maybe Montreal's getting that little bit better. So we'll see how many more goals Laine can get over the next few weeks here. But it is definitely trending in the right direction for him. Jacob Pelletier has become a good story for the Calgary Flames. It looks like he's sticking around. He went down to the minors. He did the work he had to do in order to get himself back up to the big team. And once injuries showed up, he comes up and he has played quite well. So I think Pelletier has earned the right to stick around for the rest of this season. The team seems to be happy with his play as well. And so that's great news for Pelletier. Pelletier, before the season started, it looked like he was not really in Calgary's plans much, and he had really fallen off, but he's done the work, and it shows. He is back to being a member of the roster, and I think he's going to be sticking around. I hope he doesn't get demoted after I say this, because I'm telling you, although we have the roster freeze in effect, so that shouldn't be a problem for now, although you could still send guys down and bring them up. Pretty much. Like, I know there's a lot of paper transactions that are still taking place where a player gets demoted, but you know he's probably still with the big team. Guy gets brought up, he's probably still with the AHL team, and it's all trying to maximize cap space. So for the San Jose Sharks, the reason for calling up Askarov the other day, Vanacek. He got hit by a puck when he was on the bench. So this is one of those fluke things. Every now and then you'll see that a player gets hit while he's on the bench, and usually an announcer will right away say after, this is why you have to pay attention to what's going on with the play on the ice. Even, backup goaltender, Vanacek gets hit with the puck, and apparently he's going to be out for a few weeks. So tough break for Vanecek. It gives Askarov a chance to come up and play some games. We'll see how Askarov does and all that. The expectation, I think, is still going to be that Vanecek and Georgiev probably both available at the trade deadline for San Jose. I don't think they trade both, but I think they might make both available because they each have an expiring contract, and Askarov is that next goaltender for San Jose. For the Buffalo Sabres, it just keeps getting worse. Is it worse? Can it get much worse? Like, the losing streak has hit 12 games today. They're playing against Boston. Can they get it together has become the question. And every game I see moments where I'm like, they're not that bad. They're not that bad of a team, but they're just their confidence is gone, and they're not playing cohesively all that well. But there's individual plays where you can see there's a good team there, just the record does not show it, which is not really new for Buffalo. We've had that discussion before as well. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support, as always. I will talk to you again soon.